All right, we are live. Yep, you're live on Facebook, Alonzo.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
This is going to be a flashback for our old tribe, seeing you up in here.
Oh my God, this is a flashback. I'm loving it.
I know. So, hey everyone. So I'm here with Alonzo Palmer, and I know some of you that have been around TG World for a while knows exactly who this young man is. But just so you'll know how I know him, he is an amazing hairstylist out of Detroit. And Alonzo was one of my mentors when I first came to the team. And you and Colleen were the first people I ever went up on stage with as an educator. And you were one of the first people that I said I got to reach out to, because you've always been a leader in my mind. And I've watched you over the years doing hair, and it's always in a positive light. You're always lifting people up through your messages. So I just wanted to get with you and see how things are going for you in Detroit, and what are your thoughts on what's going on, and how can we help our beauty industry get through this?
Well, first of all, Tammy, I want to say thanks for reaching out to me. I'm really excited to be here today. And the things you said about me, I can say them right back to you, because in the TG world, you were a great teammate, always easy to work with, talented. So I mean, that's what I can say about all that. So I love you. I follow you on Facebook all the time, so kind of see what you got going on. And I love your hairdresser community. And I like what you're doing with this. It's really good. You're gonna make me start doing it locally.
You should.
Yeah, I'm going to try to do that locally. And but we're talking about the coronavirus, and I think it's one of those terrible things that we go through time to time as a society. And this happens to be a global epidemic that we're dealing with right now, pandemic, or whatever you want to call it. And it's got people riled up. But I think that if you're organized and you're calm, stay informed of credible information, and do what they tell you to do if you know it's right and it's possible, then I think that's what you should do. Because I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a social worker, I'm not a teacher, I'm none of that. I'm just a beautician from Detroit. But those are the things they're telling us to help us, get through this scenario. But with the conspiracy theory and people making up their own elixirs and cures for this thing, and think the government is out to get them. You see it on social media. Just every post is a million ideas about what's going on. But I think you just keep a cool head in life and approach all your issues that come, because we don't control these issues. They come at us every day, and we have to fight our way through them. And we're responsible too, as leaders, to take these people through this. They come to us for advice on what they should do. So we should be giving them sound information to hopefully make a part of their life better, while we're trying to maintain our own life. So it's when we're open, we're working. It's slower for us right now, but like I told you earlier, I'm going to stay here till they drag me out. So I'm going to open up. We haven't been banned or anything. So I'm going to open up, and we'll take all the clients. And I have a big salon, so we can do spacing, hygiene, and all that inside the salon,
Yeah.
while we do that.
What I thought was interesting with you, Alonzo, is you've been following this since December. You were calling this out. Like,
Yes.
people were looking at you like you were crazy. Like, this isn't nothing.
Well,
you knew. You
right.
saw.
I'm a consumer of news, and this particular story started it was like in the world news. It started in China, like in November, yeah. And then by Christmas, actually the big stories here started breaking just before Christmas, just before the holiday. And so in the holiday spirit, nobody was really paying attention or whatever. So by the end of January, there were stories all over. And then that's when people start to understand what was happening and how this thing, was created, and so forth and so on. And so every month it gets worse. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think we're close to the end, but depending on where you are in your particular state, but we're in Michigan, we have a little bit over 300 cases and 3 deaths so far. But we just started testing like the end of last week. Like,
Yeah.
we had 0 maybe Thursday, Friday last week, and all of a sudden we got 3 over the week, this week. And I know it's going to keep on going because we haven't been testing that much in our state.
Yeah.
And as they ramp up testing, we'll find out more. All the states are going to find out more as they do more testing, because that's the only way you can know where it is and how it's reacting.
Well, we don't have a true accurate number. I mean, this is just what's been reported, right? So
Yeah, right.
there's many, many more out there.
Well, none of them are accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just, it's like what you get.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to rely on the professionals that are collecting the data to turn it in so that they can, use the numbers to help people get where they need to be. But when you think about neighborhoods and the population in your state, then you know how far you are behind. If China originated it and they claim today they finally had no new cases,
Yeah.
and they have 80,000 people that were infected and however many deaths, I don't know the death number. I'm sure it's over 5,000. So and if you are at a low number where you are, we're going to be hit pretty hard. Mm-hmm. And the United States on the world numbers, like the other day, we were like 10 or 11. And today we're number 5 in cases and we're number 4 in deaths. We're 4 in deaths and we only have 170 some deaths in the United States reported. So you know that number is going already.
Yeah.
So you gotta be calm, you gotta know what's going on around you. Do what people tell you to do, wash your hands, cough in your arms, stay away from groups. We gotta do all that stuff because your body is gonna have to build up an antibody and immune system anyway, because it's a brand new flu virus that's going around. So even if we don't get tested or get treatment, our body still is out in the world, defending us against it. So stronger bodies do better. So that's what we have to do.
I'm actually going to go on here right after you to talk to a gal that's really into nutrition and health and just to help everybody on what you can do from home. So I'm glad you brought that up. So right after your call, I have another one.
Okay.
Someone's going to share that with our hairdressing community. She's a hairdresser. She, a lot of people will know her too from back in the TG days. So I'm excited to connect with her. But from your perspective, what I've always admired about you, Alonzo, is that you have been, you graduated from beauty school in 1988, and you have been through a lot of trying times up in Detroit. So let's kind of like go through that timeline. You said you started with the recession at the Gulf War, and then from there, and like how that affected your salon, but how you held it together the whole time, like through that whole timeline we went through.
Yes. Well, I always believe that something good comes out of everything. And what I noticed going through these recessions was that it was always a good time for salons to recruit because they normally affect us economically. Mm-hmm. And so like I said, in '88, I got out of school, and right after that, we went to the Gulf War, and that was a little downturn. And we came back, and see, what was after that? It was 9/11. Yeah, I went through that, and I was actually in the salon all day by myself that day with no technology. So, but we came back from that. It's a short time frame, but we did. And then there was the recession. And at that time, Detroit was really in bad economic shape. And right after the recession, we went through a bankruptcy for the city, the largest city in the United States to ever go through bankruptcy. Yeah. And so all these events showed me that even in a recession, when you have businesses that don't make it, individual stylists that don't prepare for the future the way they should, when those recessions start to ease up, then those people are always looking for work to get back into the stable, well-run salons that were already open. So that's what I'm taking out of this, although it's bigger than that, but just for the business itself, I know that, I believe that we're going to be okay. working at every day. But
Mhm.
for all the businesses that remain open, they're going to be able to recruit, and stylists are going to come
Yeah.
and look for work after that. So because so many people are going to lose their jobs they already have. The unemployment numbers are crazy.
I mean, I've
So,
got people reaching out saying, I just signed a lease on my loft last week. What am I going to
okay,
do? Now they're out. They're out of work. You
yeah,
know, these are individual hairstylists that are freaking out about it, and rightly so, right? I'm not negating
yeah, oh
that.
yeah,
But I just thought that was it was a different perspective. I haven't heard from anyone that I've spoken to that you're looking at this as an opportunity to actually grow your team, because people are going to need that stability, and you can provide that in your salon
yes,
for people.
right. I've been in this location 20 years, and I
Mhm.
just signed my new lease in January. So I have,
Congratulations. I mean, if you can make it that long as a salon owner, you need to be teaching classes, Alonzo, on that.
yeah,
Because
I
that's a
opened,
huge
yeah,
accomplishment.
yeah,
Huge.
I got the keys to this business in August 2000. And
Wow.
so we were open in February 2001, and then
Yeah.
9/11, and then 9/11 hit in September. So, so I've
Yeah.
been here the whole time, and I know what everybody's going through. I know, you gotta make a rent, you got utility, it's the same business. Business doesn't change because
Mm-mm.
of the virus doesn't know this is a business. It doesn't care. It's just
Right.
floating around, right? So, but you gotta have yourself together. And most people, from my perspective, are nervous because they don't have their stuff together personally.
Mhm.
We know when they tell you how much income you need to get through a tough spot. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Emergency fund together.
Yeah, buying things that you really shouldn't buy. You have to take all those things into consideration, because people thrive on when businesses are doing really good and they're making a lot of money and everybody's happy. But as soon as it gets slippery, you know, people
They're
get crazy.
scrambling. Yeah.
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 And now everybody's scrambling together. So,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that if we
Go
just gonna
ahead.
say if we like I said, if we adopt those principles in business, you can kind of set yourself up for how long you can go without having business. And then when you start getting people to show up and start marketing to people who are gonna get out, go back to work, start their normal routine, then you're gonna start to, you'll be a new business owner all over again, basically. And that's
Yeah.
what all of us are gonna be in this environment.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And that's the thing is, some people are going to survive and thrive from the salon business, and some people
yeah,
aren't.
that's
You know,
right.
I would truly believe it's what do you have your mindset on? Are you setting it towards opportunity and growth, and taking this time to reevaluate your business and how can you make it stronger?
Yes.
Or you're going to fold. And if you do reevaluate, it's time to start up that emergency fund right now, right?
That's
All
right.
the times you went and bought Starbucks and got your nails done and your
That's
eyelashes
right. That's
and
right.
like you had money to do that, but you didn't have money to put in your bank account to save for a rainy
Yeah.
day. That's
Right.
the evaluation part that we've got to start doing.
Yeah, and we work for those things. So
Yeah.
I'm not saying you can't have that, but you might have to consider putting more aside going forward.
Yeah, you
Because
might want to get a tall coffee instead of a venti coffee and put the difference in the
look,
bank account, right?
if it's coffee, I'm making my own. I can't pay $2 for a cup of
But
coffee.
that's what I'm saying. Like, really, it's time to reevaluate. Like, if you were to look at the last 30 days, me included, what have I spent money on in the last 30 days that I
Right.
truly could have gone without?
That's right.
When you really look at it from that perspective,
Right.
I really didn't need probably 98.5% of the shit I bought,
That's-
right?
and
So
yeah.
we don't. We just need that food and water and clothing and, a roof over our head. But all those other things, I mean, yeah, they're so nice to have. But when push comes to shove, like, here's our wake up call. Everybody needs to pay attention.
And then when you become fortunate enough to have extra and do great things, you can enjoy that, and as well as give back to, because you got to think long term as well, because you also think about, like, I've been in the industry 30 years, so
Mhm.
you're not gonna do hair till you're like 100 years old. So at some point, with health issues and all these other things that affect us, we're not gonna be able to stand behind that chair forever. And I know so many styles that just fade out like that.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is about our industry is people need to look good for their profession. So they will be back. They will come back, and they're going
Oh
to
yeah,
in great strides knocking down the door. They have to have their hair done. They have to, some people have to have their hands looking good. They're going to get those manicures and pedis still, because that's part of their whole look, So I do think we're going to come back from this. I just think right now, so many people are frantic. They don't know what to do in our beauty industry. So it's time to come together and share things like you are. Like for you, when I think of you, I'm like, Alonzo's so cool-headed. You're not a reactive guy. You just kind of sit back and take it in, and you create a plan and you go for it. And then if that plan doesn't work, you create another plan, and you just have not given up. And that, I think, your proof is in your action. You've had a salon for 20 years.
yes.
Standing,
Well, in the words of Jay-Z, he said the genius thing that we did was we didn't give up.
Yes.
So
Ooh, I like that.
Jay-Z is a billionaire, so why should I quit? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, it's a lot of different ways to motivate yourself and get going. And sometimes big things come to us, like this virus, to just let everybody know that we could be doing a lot of things differently in our lives. You know what I'm saying? And most of it is personal preparedness. We have to get our own self together, because you can't help anybody if you're not together.
Yeah.
There was a man on one of the commentators on the news the other night, and since everybody's at home, he's at home with his family, his kids and his wife, and they were basically fighting each other in the home because they're never together. So like, I'm thinking, man, he needs to like spend maybe a little bit more time with his kids or wife or somebody, because they would fight for space in the house. They had no plans for the education for the kids while they're off. The wife, she just, on her job thing, two different industries that they're in. And I'm thinking, man, how you gonna help your kids if you don't have your own stuff together? Like, I don't know. So you got to get yourself together, and then you got to start taking advantage. I mean, if you're at home, you got the internet, you can start researching things on how you can get your business back, work on your skill level while you're sitting around. You got these things to be prepared for, because it's going to end.
Yeah.
And what kind of a position do you want to be in when the virus is all over, or they tell you can go to work, or they think it's safe to go to work, or whatever? You got to be ready for that day, because that's when it starts over again.
Yeah.
Especially cities where they ban your work, where you absolutely can't go in. You need to be working on that. Wherever you are in the stage of your career and your finances and the way you think about life, you've got to start working on that date. You're going to start working again. And what plan you're going to have when you go back to work, knowing what you know now. So.
And how are you handling this with your clients? Are they coming to you for advice and your perspective? Are you keeping them calm in this time?
Yeah, but you know what, Tammy, the big question they have is, are you open? And I'm like, yes, we are, because they think that everything is closed down. And so they've gotten all of the hygiene information, and they've heard what the states in your particular areas are dictating. So all you have to do is be available. Mm-hmm. And so that's what we do. I get here early in the morning, I get the place cleaned up, wiped down, blah, blah, blah. And then the phone starts to ring, much slower than it was. But the question is, I just want to see if you guys were open. Mm-hmm. And there you go. So we don't have to explain, because we have a pretty good cleanliness record at our salon. And we made more sanitizer available. It's a big salon, but not a large staff, so we can spread out inside the salon, wipe down the shampoo bowls, and all this different stuff. And we got posters from the CDC on the COVID-19. So we were able to post those in the restroom and in the busy walk path inside the salon, with two sides together. And so when the clients get here, they feel good about it. So
yeah, that's good.
So we're just trying to get who we can.
You've got some people saying hi. Jacqueline Bernard, remember Jacqueline?
What's up? What's up?
And Yvette Frontani. You remember
Who's that?
Yvette Frontani from Chicago?
Yes. Oh my God.
I know.
This is a homecoming.
And Shannon, well, you know her as Shannon Stickman. That's Shannon Atkins Bingham now, out of
Yes.
Nebraska. She's saying
Yeah,
hello. So you got a little old school fan club going on.
I know, right? Well, I love everybody. Where's everybody at?
They're at
Just,
home. They're working. One or the other. They're either at home or they're working.
well, if they don't follow me, they can all follow me on Facebook because I'm on there every day. And that's my most visible social media. And
Yeah.
I love consultation, and I love conversation. And so everybody can reach out to me. I'm not dead. I'm working every day.
Yep. That's what I did. I picked the phone. I just called you. I was like, we need to talk.
I'm like, what? Whose number is this? And so it's so funny too because Detroit is on such a comeback. That we have a lot of new residents moving into the city, and these numbers from different states are kind of confusing me. Sometimes I think they're robocalls, and I get frustrated and don't want to answer. But I said I got to answer all these calls now because it's probably a customer finding a salon in a new city. So I answer a lot of robocalls. So if you're a robocall, I'll take that as well. But
it wasn't. It was
no, it wasn't. And I'm so happy to be here. I actually love this concept. And like I said, you're probably gonna have me doing things similar to this in our own market here.
You know what? It's just something I'm called to do right now, and I might do it for another week or two. I might do it for 3 months. I don't know. I'm gonna do it until I feel like our beauty industry is stable again, and that my people, your people are confident that they can move forward. And right now, that is not what I'm hearing. That's not what I'm feeling. People are still reaching out, so I'm just gonna keep helping. And I'm not going to judge you if you're working or you're not working. I can't tell you what to do.
Right.
I'm just as informed as you are, and everybody has to make their own decision. But I do think that there are certain people that have a voice, and I think that you can, I've been saying it all day, you cannot underestimate the power of your voice right now to help others.
That's right. That's right. And you're a leader as well. And for you to take this cause on your own is incredible. And so don't downplay what you're doing, because there are probably a lot of people out here that want to voice their opinion or frustration or whatever about the scenario, but they're not doing it because we know that only 3% of the population is going to be proactive to bring these kind of things forward. And so that automatically puts you in a leadership position on this. And I say that with what you're doing and allowing everybody to have a voice in this scenario, regardless of how they feel about it, and being attentive to the fact that every state or municipality is different, I think that's incredible leadership. And with this and what you've already been doing is unbelievable.
Thank you.
And I love it.
Thanks. I appreciate that. That means a lot. You're my mentor saying that to me, Alonzo.
Well, I say it to everybody that's doing something positive. And people are doing negative. You can't, like you said, you can't really take in what they say. You just got to put your part out there. And if people take this one thing that you asked them to do to make it better for them, or you help them with just one thing or part of a thing, then you've done a good thing, because they could build off of that with something else that they may get somewhere else. So
I mean, I'm looking at just different things right now. I'm just reflecting what could I have done better, and for me, it's like, quit wasting. Like, just, right now everybody's worried about their toilet paper. Do I really need that much toilet paper every time I go to the bathroom? No, like downsizing on that and making sure that I'm always using my reusable cups, even when I go, with the time when I do go back out and get coffee, bring my own my own cup to fill it up, and stop wasting the paper cups and the plastic lids. And, it's just small stuff like that. I'm looking at it like, what else can I do? I'm a huge paper girl. Like, I've got to have paper, and I have, I know I can go digital. I can start putting things in my phone or my computer and not print it out. So it's just things to help our environment, It's just, not eating as much food as I need to, just eat when I'm satisfied and not when I'm full. And it's just really starting to get me to think, like, when I do go back out, and what can I do today and moving forward to start making little shifts,
Right.
And really just getting outside again. That's like, I just went for a walk this morning with my husband for 30 minutes. It's so funny. We saw more people walking today
Yes.
when they're forced to be at home, but yet
Right.
when you can go out, you're not doing it. So, but it's funny, they're walking, you see everybody walking and they're like walking like this. They start walking.
Right.
So they're not
Yeah.
getting close to each other. And it's not like there's a ton of people walking, but I mean, we saw like 4 people walking.
Right.
And I normally would probably not see anybody walking down the street. So, you know, I can look outside my door and see who's walking, and I only see 1 man walk every morning. Now I've seen like 4 people today. So it's just like even getting outdoor and reconnecting, going, you know, we went for a bike ride. My husband's going and shooting the hoops now up at the local park. And it's just interesting, you know,
Yeah.
the bigger changes. And it's like, damn, why
Yeah,
haven't I
well,
been doing this for so long? I'm such an outdoors person, and I do get outdoors, but not as often as I should be.
yeah, because we move so fast now, and like I said earlier, this virus is so big, you know, being a global event. So maybe it's sort of helping put us back in a perspective that we need to slow down a little bit and pay more attention to the smaller things around us in life, because we've been taught over like the last 10 or 15 years to really do good on big outcomes, big things, and we leave the little personal, achievable things to just sit on the side. But I think that building on those smaller things really gives us a foundation that can help us with the bigger things. Some we need, some we don't. But it helps us sort. So we're finding out right now just what we need and what we don't need. So if you can write a new business plan and sort it out in that way, or attack the things you think are going to make you better while you have this time sitting around, that's what you need to do.
Yeah, I hear you.
This is big.
It
This
is.
is big.
Well, I appreciate your time. I think it, you know, if we touched one person today to give them some hope and to give them direction, it was worth it. And I appreciate your time. And as always, I wish you much success. And I'm always here if you need me. Just reach out.
Same here. And if you ever want me to come back or whatever you need, just reach out to me. I'm here. I'm here for you.
Yeah. And then you need to go use your voice up in Detroit. Help your people out.
I'm out here every day. You know,
Right.
I'm a low key. I'm a low key political activist. I'm a low key get yourself together activist. I'm a low key dealing facts, not craziness, and telling people social media is not real, and you know, use it for what it is, but get real credible information in your life, help people, you know, stay healthy, this sort of thing. So if you're on my Facebook feed, you kind of already know what I speak out on and what I think that people should pay attention to, and you and everybody else as well have things that they care about, and you can't help people if you're silent.
Right.
So don't be afraid to speak up. I mean, it's not going to hurt you to speak up. I mean, I know how to be politically correct, but it doesn't always help when it needs to help someone. So, you know, use your judgment on that or whatever. You know, people don't want to talk about religion. People don't want to talk about this. You got to speak up. You can't go forward if you don't speak up. Mm-hmm. So don't be afraid to speak up, because I really don't care. You know, you got to tell people how you feel, because you don't want to miss that person that you could help. Right. So that's where I'm at.
I love it.
I love it.
Take care, and you stay safe, stay healthy, and keep doing you. And thank you. I appreciate it.
I'll do that. Thank you for having me.
All right. We'll talk soon. Thanks.